welcome to our channel. Today, we're diving into a topic that's shrouded in mystery and controversy, the true origin of Asherah, often referred to as God's wife. This ancient figure is not just a footnote in history. She was a powerful deity worshipped in her own right. Her story intertwines with the cultures and beliefs of ancient Israel, making her an essential part of biblical history. So, buckle up as we explore the fascinating origins and significance of Asherah. To understand Asherah's origin, we first need to identify who she was. Asherah was worshipped as a goddess in ancient Near Eastern cultures, particularly among the Canaanites. She is often depicted as a motherly figure, symbolizing fertility and nurturing. In ancient texts, she is referred to as the Lady of the Sea and associated with sacred trees and groves. Interestingly, archaeological findings have uncovered inscriptions and figurines that suggest her worship extended to ancient Israel, where she was revered alongside Yahweh, the God of Israel. This duality raises questions about the nature of worship in ancient times and how these beliefs evolved. The historical context surrounding Asherah's worship is crucial to understanding her role. Asherah flourished during the Bronze Age, a time when polytheism was common. The Canaanite pantheon included numerous gods and goddesses, and Asherah was often seen as a consort to El, the supreme god. The Israelites, influenced by neighboring cultures, began to incorporate Asherah into their religious practices. The Bible references her worship, often condemning it as idolatry. This juxtaposition reflects the tensions between monotheistic and polytheistic beliefs during Israel's early history, highlighting the complexity of their spiritual landscape. Now, let's examine Asherah's presence in biblical texts. The Old Testament frequently condemns the worship of Asherah, which indicates her significance in Israelite culture. References to Asherah poles suggest that her worship involved physical symbols, often placed near altars. The prophets vehemently opposed this worship, associating it with moral decay. Despite these condemnations, there is evidence that Asherah worship persisted among the Israelites, hinting at a deeper cultural connection. Scholars argue that these biblical accounts reflect a struggle between emerging monotheism and established polytheistic traditions, revealing Asherah's enduring influence. Archaeological discoveries have significantly enhanced our understanding of Asherah. Excavations at ancient sites like Kuntilat Udrud have unearthed inscriptions invoking Asherah alongside Yahweh, indicating that her worship coexisted with monotheism. Figurines depicting her as a nurturing figure have also been found, emphasizing her role as a mother goddess. These artifacts challenge traditional narratives about ancient Israel's religious practices, suggesting a more syncretic approach where multiple beliefs cohabited. As we analyze these findings, we begin to see Asherah not merely as a figure of the past, but as a pivotal part of the spiritual tapestry of the region. Finally, let's discuss the legacy of Asherah. Though her worship declined and became marginalized, the implications of her existence linger on. Asherah represents a time when divine femininity was celebrated, contrasting sharply with later patriarchal narratives. Today, some modern spiritual movements have begun to reclaim Asherah, acknowledging her significance as a powerful female deity. This revival highlights the ongoing exploration of gender, spirituality, and history as people seek to reconnect with ancient beliefs that honor feminine power. Asherah's legacy challenges us to reconsider the narratives we've inherited and to explore the diverse facets of spirituality that have shaped our world. The representation of Asherah in ancient art provides a rich source of insight into her significance in various cultures. Artifacts from sites in Canaan and ancient Israel often depict her as a powerful, nurturing figure, sometimes alongside trees or animals, symbolizing fertility and abundance. One common image is the Asherah pole, a wooden object often associated with her worship. These poles were likely used in religious rituals, signifying her connection to the earth and fertility. The artistic depictions reveal how deeply ingrained she was in the spiritual lives of her followers. Moreover, these representations offer a counter-narrative to the patriarchal images of divinity, illustrating the reverence for the feminine in ancient worship. As we analyze these artworks, we see not just religious expressions, but also reflections of societal values, beliefs, and the natural world's importance to ancient peoples. Understanding Asherah's portrayal in art allows us to appreciate the complexities of ancient spirituality and how it shaped the identities of those who worshipped her. The worship of Asherah was notably associated with women's rituals and communal gatherings. Asherah, being a goddess of fertility and motherhood, provided women with a unique connection to the divine. Ancient texts suggest that women often played significant roles in her worship, participating in rituals that celebrated fertility, childbirth, and the protection of the household. These rituals likely included offerings, prayers, and communal feasts, fostering a sense of solidarity among women. Furthermore, the existence of female priests dedicated to Asherah indicates that women had a prominent place in her religious practices, allowing them to wield spiritual authority. This aspect of her worship highlights the empowerment of women within ancient societies, showcasing their vital roles in religious life. The legacy of these practices invites modern discussions about the intersection of gender and spirituality, prompting us to reflect on how ancient beliefs have shaped contemporary understandings of the divine feminine. Asherah's worship faced significant conflict as monotheistic beliefs began to take root in ancient Israel. The emergence of monotheism, particularly the worship of Yahweh, created a spiritual landscape that often condemned the practices associated with Asherah. Prophets like Jeremiah and Ezekiel criticized the worship of foreign gods, including Asherah, framing it as a betrayal of Yahweh. This conflict reflects broader cultural and religious shifts during this period, as communities struggled to define their identity amidst competing beliefs. The push towards monotheism was not merely a religious transition, but also a socio-political movement that sought to unify the Israelites under a single deity. This tension is crucial to understanding the evolution of Israelite religion, as it reveals how ancient peoples navigated their beliefs in response to changing societal norms. Despite the opposition, the persistence of Asherah's worship indicates a deep-rooted connection to her as a beloved figure, suggesting that belief systems often coexist and evolve rather than simply disappear. The sacred grove, a central element in Asherah worship, symbolizes a space where the divine meets the earthly. Groves dedicated to Asherah were often filled with trees, representing fertility, growth, and life. These natural sanctuaries were essential for rituals and ceremonies that celebrated the cycles of nature and the feminine divine. Ancient texts refer to these groves as places of worship, where communities would gather to honor Asherah and seek her blessings for fertility, both in crops and childbirth. The grove served not only as a physical space, but also as a metaphor for the nurturing aspects of the goddess. The destruction of these sacred spaces by monotheistic reformers signified a broader cultural shift, where the appreciation for nature and femininity was diminished. By exploring the significance of these groves, we can gain insight into the environmental and spiritual relationships ancient peoples maintained, shedding light on the holistic worldview that characterized their existence. The mythology surrounding Asherah reveals a rich tapestry of stories that highlight her importance in ancient belief systems. In Canaanite mythology, she was often depicted as the mother of gods, including Baal, who played a crucial role in fertility and storms. These myths portray her as a nurturing figure, embodying the earth's life-giving forces. Asherah's narratives also include themes of love, conflict, and the balance between male and female divine energies. The coexistence of these stories within the Canaanite pantheon illustrates the complexities of their spiritual beliefs and how they sought to explain natural phenomena through divine relationships. Furthermore, examining these myths allows us to appreciate the narrative techniques used to convey values, morals, and cultural identity in ancient societies. Asherah's presence in mythology emphasizes the role of the feminine in understanding the world, challenging contemporary views of a strictly male-dominated divine hierarchy. In recent years, there has been a revival of interest in Asherah within modern spiritual movements. Many people are reclaiming her as a symbol of feminine strength, nurturing, and wisdom. Asherah's story resonates with contemporary discussions about gender equality and the divine feminine, encouraging individuals to connect with aspects of spirituality that honor women's experiences and contributions. Various spiritual practices, including goddess worship and earth-based traditions, have incorporated elements of Asherah's mythology, allowing followers to explore their spirituality through a feminine lens. This resurgence reflects a broader societal shift towards recognizing the importance of diverse spiritual expressions. The reclamation of Asherah challenges traditional narratives and invites people to explore their own connections to the divine, fostering a more inclusive understanding of spirituality that celebrates femininity. Comparing Asherah to similar figures in other ancient religions offers valuable insights into her role in the broader context of Near Eastern spirituality. For instance, the goddess Astarte, often associated with love and war, shares many attributes with Asherah, reflecting the syncretic nature of ancient belief systems. These parallels highlight common themes such as fertility, motherhood, and the intertwining of love and conflict in divine narratives. By examining these similarities, we can better understand how different cultures conceptualized the feminine divine and the roles these goddesses played in their societies. Furthermore, this comparative analysis encourages us to explore how ancient peoples negotiated their beliefs, adapting and integrating elements from neighboring cultures to form a rich tapestry of spirituality that transcended borders and traditions. Asherah's symbolism is deeply rooted in nature, reflecting the agrarian societies that revered her. The goddess was often associated with trees, particularly the sacred tree of life, representing growth, sustenance, and fertility. These natural elements were integral to her worship, as they embodied the cyclical nature of life, death, and rebirth. In many ancient rituals, offerings of fruits, flowers, and grains were made to honor her, emphasizing the connection between the goddess and the bounty of the earth. This relationship illustrates how ancient peoples viewed the divine as intertwined with the natural world, fostering a sense of reverence for their environment. Today, as we face environmental challenges, Asherah's symbolism serves as a reminder of the importance of sustainability and the sacredness of nature in our spiritual practices, encouraging us to cultivate a deeper connection with the earth. The decline of Asherah worship can be traced to significant historical and cultural shifts in the ancient world. As monotheism took hold, particularly with the rise of Judaism, the once prominent goddess was gradually marginalized. Religious reforms, driven by leaders who sought to unify worship around a single deity, led to the destruction of Asherah's sacred groves and the condemnation of her worship. This transition reflects broader societal changes, as communities navigated the complexities of identity and belief in a rapidly evolving world. The decline also highlights the challenges faced by feminine divine figures, as patriarchal structures solidified their hold on religious narratives. Understanding this decline allows us to recognize the historical forces that shaped contemporary religious practices and the importance of preserving diverse spiritual heritages. Asherah's worship presents a fascinating lens through which to explore ancient gender roles. As a goddess associated with fertility and motherhood, she embodied ideals of femininity that were both revered and constrained by societal expectations. Women who participated in her rituals often held significant roles within their communities, yet their identities were often tied to their reproductive capacities. This duality reflects the complexities of gender in ancient societies, where women could attain spiritual authority while still being defined by their roles as mothers and caretakers. By examining Asherah's influence on gender roles, we gain insights into how ancient peoples navigated the expectations placed upon them and the ways in which they sought agency within their spiritual lives. This exploration encourages modern audiences to reflect on the evolving definitions of femininity and the importance of honoring diverse expressions of gender in spiritual practice. Asherah's resurgence in modern discourse has significantly impacted feminist theology, offering a counter-narrative to traditional religious beliefs that often exclude feminine perspectives. Feminist theologians have reclaimed Asherah as a symbol of empowerment, challenging patriarchal interpretations of Scripture and emphasizing the need for inclusive narratives that honor women's spiritual experiences. By exploring her significance, feminist theologians encourage a re-examination of religious texts and practices, promoting a more holistic understanding of spirituality that incorporates diverse voices. Asherah's story serves as a reminder of the enduring legacy of feminine divinity, inspiring individuals to seek spiritual paths that celebrate gender equality and challenge historical injustices within religious contexts. The figure of Asherah has also left a lasting impact on literature, inspiring writers and poets to explore themes of femininity, power, and spirituality. Her presence can be found in various works, from ancient texts to contemporary literature, often symbolizing the struggles and triumphs of women throughout history. Asherah's representation as a nurturing yet powerful figure resonates with modern readers, prompting discussions about the roles of women in society and the importance of reclaiming feminine narratives. This literary exploration not only honors Asherah's legacy, but also reflects broader societal movements toward gender equality and the recognition of diverse voices in storytelling. By studying her influence on literature, we can better understand how mythological figures shape cultural narratives and inspire social change. Asherah's image has also found its way into contemporary art, with artists using her symbolism to comment on issues of gender, power, and spirituality. Modern interpretations of Asherah often emphasize her role as a nurturing mother and a powerful goddess, challenging traditional depictions that may have marginalized her influence. Through various mediums, including painting, sculpture, and performance art, contemporary artists explore the complexities of feminine identity and the relationship between spirituality and nature. This artistic revival not only honors Asherah's legacy, but also invites audiences to engage with themes of empowerment and resilience. By embracing Asherah in contemporary art, we celebrate the enduring relevance of feminine divinity and the importance of diverse expressions of spirituality in today's world. Asherah's role in ancient history is crucial for scholars studying the development of religious beliefs and practices in the Near East. Her worship provides insight into the dynamics of polytheism and the transition to monotheism, revealing how cultures adapted and evolved over time. By examining Asherah's influence, historians can better understand the complexities of ancient societies, including their spiritual, social, and political structures. This exploration fosters a more nuanced understanding of how religion shapes identity and culture, emphasizing the interconnectedness of beliefs across different civilizations. Studying Asherah's historical significance invites us to recognize the importance of diverse religious practices in shaping human experience and identity throughout history. In recent decades, there has been a remarkable revival of interest in Asherah, both in academic circles and popular culture. This resurgence reflects a broader movement toward rediscovering ancient goddesses and the feminine divine, encouraging individuals to explore their spiritual connections through a more inclusive lens. Asherah's story resonates with those seeking to reclaim lost narratives and empower marginalized voices within spirituality. Workshops, books, and online communities dedicated to Asherah's worship have emerged, creating spaces for individuals to connect and share their experiences. This revival not only honors her legacy, but also challenges contemporary spiritual practices to embrace diversity and inclusivity, fostering a deeper understanding of the sacred feminine in our lives today. Asherah's influence is also evident in the concept of cultural memory, where her worship and stories persist through generations. Although her formal worship declined, the themes associated with Asherah, such as fertility, motherhood, and nature, remain embedded in cultural narratives and practices. This phenomenon illustrates how cultural memory functions to preserve and transmit values, beliefs, and identities over time. By examining Asherah's legacy in this context, we can understand how ancient figures continue to resonate in contemporary societies, influencing modern spirituality and gender discussions. Recognizing this cultural memory encourages us to reflect on the importance of preserving diverse narratives and honoring the feminine divine in our collective consciousness. Asherah's resurgence is evident in popular media, where her character is often reimagined in literature, television, and film. Welcome to Blessovia Science TV, where we take you on an exhilarating journey through the cosmos and unravel the mysteries of science. We are excited to offer you the opportunity to become a valued member of our ever-growing community of cosmic enthusiasts and knowledge seekers. Exclusive access to cosmic content. As a member of Blessovia Science TV, you will gain exclusive access to a treasure trove of cosmic content, including documentaries, interviews with leading scientists, space missions updates, and awe-inspiring visualizations of the universe, live Q, and sessions with experts. Your membership will grant you the chance to participate in live Q and sessions with renowned scientists, astronomers, and space explorers. Get your burning questions answered by those who push the boundaries of human knowledge. Embark on a journey that spans the cosmos and join us in unraveling the secrets of the universe. Become a Blessovia Science TV member today, and together we will reach for the stars. Thanks for watching. Subscribe, like, and share. Don't forget to leave your comment.